All right, I want to document the people that say these are demons over here. This is relevant positioning, amplified audible activity, and they're monitoring while the entity is group stalking with LAPD. They are along the hillside over here. They're working on the roof. And again, their address is not a mystery. I want the federal government to recognize this. This is grounds of federal prison. They're going to federal prison while they're on the ground maintaining audible activity, and while the entity is also, let me be clear, they're also engaged in what is workplace harassment and terrorism. The entity, it's not speaker companies. This is the state. The state is going by the name of speaker companies in the same way that the state is going by the name of Kimberly Fletcher. All right, that's the malicious guys that the people of the state provide for the government that's monitoring you. This is the state that is engaged in workplace harassment, and they're monitoring while the entity is pacing around in that plane with a sign that's hanging onto it, which is no difference from the same demonic pacing and amplification. And the entity is also monitoring with LAPD. So I want to document this. This is a means that the people are engaging in while they're monitoring me while my panties are down as I walk out of my apartment. This is a means of amplified noise in the engineered light under the light source. So let me show you why I'm nowhere near my office now. You'll see the light source right over my head while I'm now standing in front of building 1804, and that's also going for they're going to federal prison. This is the light source right here. Okay, I was standing way down yonder where my office is, and the light source was where that plane is flying over there. This is also how you're witnessing the movement in real time of the light source, because the plane was flying in alignment to me over there while I was standing by my office. The plane is still over there. This is the light source that moves to be over me, which is also not over the Fontana Lewis Library. They're going to federal prison. Okay, the date and time where we're at and this property that I'm looking at, and the federal government is surely capable of reaching out its long arm of authority and capturing them, because they're going to federal prison. They're engaged in the P.O.C, and this is my documentation establishing that. It's criminal presence and activity creation. Everything that demons do is amplified in volume. This is how psychopaths are targeting you, and they're looking to the left and to the right. By the way, that's how they do it. This is presence on behalf of the entity that's monitoring in concert with LAPD, and this is the light source that's directly over my head as I move to be over on this side. This is building 1804. The entity sounding amplified audible activity is not distracting from them. They're going to federal prison, and this is what the entity continues to do. It'll continue to fly over my office, right, while I'm documenting the people of the state. How can I help you?
I'm looking for apartment 1.
Oh, you're looking for apartment 1? Okay.
Right here.
That's crossing path in the engineered light. She's crossing path in engineered light. This is light source over me. Oh, I'm looking for someone. This is a group stalker. P.O.C. Do you live here? Did you park on the grounds?
Huh?
Did you park on the grounds here? Because we don't have visitor parking.
I'm picking up a patient.
Oh, okay. P.O.C.
No.
It is currently 10:24 a.m. Understand where I'm at. I'm in a little exclusive area, so they're making sure somebody comes to cross path, okay? And this is the same one that's going to federal prison, Mian Clemens, who's group stalked with LAPD, and she's group stalking right now. This is a psychopath that's engaging in the P.O.C. Oh, we're talking about something else. I come over to this little corner right here. They're making sure somebody stays in the path and maintaining activity. This is Impossible Light right here. She's going. This is Impossible Light.
I don't answer.
Occurring underneath the staircase. How's it going?
What happened to the other guy?
How's it going? Everything okay? Okay. You look disturbed. This is Impossible Light that's occurring underneath. It's all underneath here. And you're looking at what is P.O.C. All right. And doing so because I came over to this little exclusive space. The goal is to keep me covered, surrounded. Okay. So you've got a demon that comes over. Like, she's annoyed because I'm asking her questions. She's stalking. That's a psychopath. All right. License. Let's see if she's hiding. Okay, I don't see her vehicle over here because I was going to document. Oh, yeah, we've got parking over here. I'm going to get that license plate. She's going to federal prison. Going out of your way to engage in the pattern of conduct. It's also in the impermissible threat. This is how LAPD is surrounding you at all times. Remember, LAPD represents the state of California. The state of California engages in monitoring you and keeping you under surveillance, keeping you surrounded in the specific environment through the people of the state who are demon possessed. All right, this is 6ZXP047. Oh, you found the visitor parking?
I just parked there. I'm picking up my patient.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
She comes out on me.
Okay, that's fine. Have a great day.
Thank you.
This is P.O.C., okay? All right, that is federal prison. That's the malice that the entity engages in the pattern of conduct. She's going to federal prison, and she's monitoring with Mian Clemens, who you see group stalking with that same exact agency in the same exact specific environment. And it is, again, 10:26 a.m. This is P.O.C. This is direct evidence that there is no sun over the Upham Public Library, by the way. I'm going to keep reminding you about that, what I reminded you about yesterday, because the Upham Police Department and San Bernardino Sheriff's Department are going to federal prison for a long time. And you saw Satan in very clear, you saw malice also vividly appearing for you, because you see them smiling under the light source that's over their head where I'm at, 450 North Euclid Avenue. Okay, and that video was again captured, those images, screenshots of that video at 10:48 a.m. At no point is this light source ever leaving. It's remaining right here, just like they are engaging in demonic pacing, putting a sign on that demon's plane. Okay, and then that demon follows me all the way around to that little corner over there to go to a group stalker's apartment. While the light source moves to be over me at that corner of the apartment, all right, while you're looking at impossible light underneath the staircase on the wall, and you're looking at a psychopath that's acting annoyed because I'm asking her a question about being parked on the property, which is nothing other than me just documenting her. Because I don't need to know. I know what she's doing, and I'm just documenting her. I want her to talk. I want you to show your face. I want to document your presence because she's going to federal prison. All right, so this is demonic pacing. LAPD is monitoring, and you already know that. LAPD is monitoring 24/7, but I just want to be clear. The entity is engaging in turning up and down the volume. These are demons that are pacing around in the sky space. This is very dark, what they're engaging in right now. It's very demented. This is P.O.C. And the entity is also doing that while you're documenting the group stalking conduct by the state, by these corrupt law enforcement agencies. They're still monitoring while the entity uses planes and the people of the state, by the way. So pay attention, listen. LAPD is now acting directly because they were monitoring before they found helicopter activity. Nobody's fooled by that. They provide evidence against Mion Clemens, who's already knows she's going to federal prison, and this one who already knows she's going to federal prison, she's going. P.O.C. While she claims, oh, I'm here to pick up my patient, her and her patient are going to federal prison. That's P.O.C. again, 6ZXPO47 in operation of a communication device. How's it going, Mion? How's it going? Loud helicopter, huh? Wow.
All the time.
Uh-huh.
Nothing new.
Uh-huh, this is Crossing Path. This is P.O.C. See you later.
Okay, see you.
This is how they're monitoring. Flying around in a circle is the audible activity. That's the method of noise. While this demon walks around in engineered light, walks around the vehicle, the planes are flying around. This is demonic activity. The same terrorist-like conduct, while they are act oblivious to the planes and the helicopters, all they're doing is maintaining vicarious motion in the engineered light. All right? Looking as though they're consumed with something else while the helicopter's flying all around under a light source that's nowhere near the Fontana Lewis Library. They're going into not only a mental institution, she's going for a very long time, both of them. All right? This is P.O.C. This is capturing impunity. Crossing Path in a commercial vehicle over here, 310-337-9993. That's the phone number on the side of that van. That's a commercial means of group stalking. Demonic patrolling on the street of Alvarado, one after another crossing path. I'm focusing on her because she's going to federal prison. Her and Myung. It's impunity. When Myung is group stalking and this same light source is here in the afternoon, okay, 7 hours from now, and it's still here, this is P.O.C. 6ZXPO47 going out of her way to maintain presence around me. That's an obsessed stalker that wants to maintain presence on behalf of that demon-possessed group, agency, LAPD, who's flying over, direct evidence against her. The environment is direct evidence against her. And remember, she represents the people of the state who are obsessed demon-possessed group stalkers. Okay? Whether they have a logo on their vehicle or not, or uniform on, or they live at the residence, or they're coming to visit or pick up a third-party group stalker, like the third parties in the commercial vehicles do, and the engineer light moves all over. I'm glad that demon's going to federal prison. All right. I hope that she's that satisfied when she's sitting in federal court, because that impunity is going to be, the judge is going to witness that. Okay. This is P.O.C. While the LAPD flies directly over my head, she is threatening my life. Okay. That's how they're acting as one. They have the same exact condition. And I want to be clear. The entity is pacing all around in planes and helicopters right now. All right. This is ongoing warfare, right? This is what they're surrounding the targeted individual with. This is relevant evidence about what the entity is engaging in while they're keeping you under surveillance, and I am documenting and exposing it. And this is happening in the United States. This is what they're doing to American citizens, and I'm exposing it, and I'm going to prosecute it. The LAPD is not going to be anymore. No more. The LAPD is done. They are fully exposed. And I want to be clear, not only is this clearly criminal and terroristic conduct, it's because they're demon possessed. If you don't know what that looks like, the behavior of it, they're psychopaths. All right, so the psychopath behavior is occurring in an unnatural environment. Sunlight does not bend underneath into the depths underneath the staircases like you saw her, while a psychopath wants to and picking up a client. No, and under the light source and in engineered light, while the entity is stalking in planes and helicopters, you're a stalker. You're monitoring. And that's the pattern of conduct. That's the role that the people of the state are engaged in, but it's not even persuasive and it's not intelligent. When you're looking at multiple shadows and light on my ceiling, that's what you're thinking about when you see a demon-possessed group stalker who wants to look to the left and the right. When you're seeing the multiple shadows on my wall, even at nightfall, when you're seeing the light on my on all of the walls inside of my apartment, when you're looking at the flashing of light that's occurring while I'm just opening the window, when you're looking at the light source that's outside of my window in the morning and setting in the evening, that's what you're remembering when you're looking at the people of the state who want to look to the left and the right like they're doing anything else. That psychopathic conduct, that high malicious conduct is grounds of federal prison for a very long time. All right, and that's dealing with the people of the state. The entity that is every airport, they're showing you while the federal government needs to be rating these airports. You are definitely removing what is the ability to even have licensure and immediate revocation of licensure, because they're stalking and they're practicing demonic targeting in the state of California, and they're using planes to do it. And you're disbanding, obviously, what are these corrupt law enforcement agencies who have, they shouldn't even have access to helicopters, in my opinion. It really needs to be thought about, why do they even have this level of artillery and equipment? Because they're using it to target American citizens. There's going to come a day, by the way, when the government is not going to secretly engage in this. I'm exposing that which was premature. They're not ready to expose what they're doing. I'm telling you about it before you were supposed to know about it. There's going to come a time when the true face of the state is going to be revealed to you. You're learning about it now. All right. And I want to be clear, it's not to your benefit. It is something that's intentionally done maliciously and secretly. But I want to be clear, while I speak to that, while I prematurely expose it, you're seeing them go berserk. Flying, pacing back and forth in the environment is clearly engaging in what is very disturbing. Why are they always doing it over my apartment and around my apartment? Why are they lurking in the dark outside of my apartment? Why do I have years and years of body of evidence of the entity literally following me from place to place? If I'm in a hotel room, they're flying over my hotel room. If I'm sitting in my car, sleeping in the car, they're flying over the car that I'm sleeping in. If I'm sleeping outside, they're flying over me and around me all night long. Okay, if I'm on public transportation, they're flying over that public transportation. If I'm in my own vehicle, they're flying over my car. If I'm at work, they're flying over my office, wherever it is that I'm working. If I'm walking down the street, they're flying over and around me in helicopters and in airplanes. Years of evidence of that. While I expose them, I want you to be clear. Yes, it's the pattern of conduct, but you are witnessing the fury of the demon-possessed population. And while they do that, pay attention, because they are literally engaging in exacting war against someone who's exposing them. That's relevant for not only the pattern of conduct. Yes, it is terrorism I'm prosecuting you about, but I want to make sure that you understand the very clear psychopath conduct. These are the demon-possessed. They do have an agenda with regard to targeting you and you not knowing about it. Okay, doing it right now with a smiling face, but not me, because I'm exposing it. So this is not a smiling face. But I want to be clear, in the future, not doing it surreptitiously anymore, not doing it with a smiling face. When you've got to such a degree to where you are outright engaging in violating American citizens. Okay, this is relevant to what I'm exposing. So anyway, it's currently 10:35 a.m. and that was demonic patrolling, because that's what this is. These are demons under the light source. The same exact elements of monitoring are underway, and they're doing it. This is understanding the malice. This is synonymous with an equivalent to a group stalker that's coming to pick up a patient, just like you saw 1804 number 1 engaging in. That was a random stranger just coming. Oh, I'm here because of X, Y, and Z. They are in the path. They are engaged in amplified audible activity. They're engaging in the demonic pacing. They're doing it under the light source, which is not over another distinctly documented venue, for example, the Fontana Lewis Library. And they're doing so while I am also documenting, which is the intent to engage in obstruction of justice. This is all going for how long? I'm going to be clear. People are going to federal prison for years, okay? They're going for years. And those that are working at these airports, those that are in the position, I want to be clear, everybody that has a license to fly airplanes and helicopters and the law enforcement agencies, they're going to federal prison. They're losing their licenses. They will be raided. The federal government needs to pay closer attention to it, and you have jurisdiction to do so, because the states are engaging in what is federal stalking in violation of Title 18 and a violation of additional federal laws. And because it's a matter of public corruption, the federal government has jurisdiction to do it. This is P.O.C.